over our phones for you. So we have beautiful Starlette. She is casting over here on the Android. And I will be on the iPhone today. And let me resize these really quickly just to make them about the same. We don't want one to win over the other, though I'm a Droid user, so I'm going to say Droids are better. Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. Wanting to make sure you guys can hear me and see me, so if you guys can go to the question box on that right-hand panel, if you can log in there, if you can hear and see us, great, all is good, good feedback. Let us know where you're from. We're in rainy Southern California today. So where is everyone from? Oh, I'm kind of disappointed. Tampa is sunny. And we have Florida, Texas, Pennsylvania. We even have someone on here from Hawaii. Hello, Hawaii. How are you doing? Seattle. We have them all over today, Star.
I know. Aloha.
Aloha. So we're going to bring Star's phone back up because that's mine and it's put us to sleep. There we go. And we're going to start first by just showing you where you will go to record. We are logged into different accounts, so you won't see the exact same information. So let's go into clients for starting.
Okay.
And it's just going to take a little, it might have a little pause on either one of ours because of the delay. And you're going to pick any one on there that you want to record on. So once you click onto the next one, you want to choose rent versus own, total cost analysis. Because we're just showing recording, it doesn't really matter which one you choose for presentation. And then you see this next screen, view report, video, live reporting, and done. Click on that view report, or the video, sorry. And there I am.
Hi, guys.
And there's our star. So a few things you want to remember. You want to look into the screen. You want to put off that energy. So you want to be nice and happy. Whatever you do when you talk in person, you want to do when you're on screen. I talk with my hands. Star, do you talk with your hands?
No, not so much.
So Star doesn't talk with her hands. I also have a lot of facial reactions. So once you're here, you want to make sure that you have any relevant information. What I like to do, and I think Star does this too, is we like to be over-prepared. Write things down or have notes for what you want to include on the presentation. You want to make sure you list your name, the company name, as well as what the people are viewing on the screen. If it's an open house flyer, you might want to talk about the area that it's in. You want to talk about the products that you're displaying. And you want to talk about your realtor. That's the #1 thing. You want to co-brand that and make sure that you are giving them the props. So when people think about that realtor, they think about you too. So Star, what do you want to include when you're looking at a TCA?
So one of the other things that I would definitely recommend is when you are educating your customers and using this platform to do that, I did just talk with my hand, you see that?
I did.
So when you are using this platform, you always want to make sure that you direct the customer, for example, the summary. Look at the top left, and instead of calling out numbers, actually use those headers. So the loan amount, the interest rate, the APR, talk about that so it can drive their eye to those particular areas that you want to draw their attention to, especially when you are educating using this platform.
And what I find when I'm working on the phone, I tend to smile at myself a lot. So hopefully looking at that reminds you, if you're watching yourself on the phone, it reminds you to put off that energy.
Exactly.
So once you are ready to record, you push that record button down at the bottom and make sure you're prepared before you're there. So pushing that, you'll see at the top the barcode that tells you how long you're recording. On an average, you can record up to 5 minutes, but unless you're doing an open house presentation or a first-time home buyer seminar, we don't recommend it being that long. How long do we recommend it?
Always 1 to 2 minutes.
And that's because we don't want our borrower to become bored, and we want them to really pay attention to the information on the screen. So keep it nice and clean and kind of short so your borrowers stay intrigued and want to watch the presentation or look at the presentation.
And always make sure that you're giving your customer that eye contact, especially when you're talking into the camera.
Very good. So after you record, you're nice and happy. Go ahead and push that button again, and it stops the recording. And it stopped mine as a very ugly page. We're going to move this over here really quick until it stops. But let's look at stars, and we'll see what's going on with mine.
So at this point, what you can do is upload a saved video. If you did not like your particular video, you can re-record the video, or you can also play the saved video. So if for some reason you do not like your video, you have the option to hit the trash can right here. You also have the option to loop that current video, exactly what Tina was discussing earlier. So if you want that video to cycle every time you reach your very last word, thank you very much, have a great day, call me soon, you can hit the loop option, and that will continue to play in the background, and it will be on that repeat type of feature. But if you do not like it, you have the option to delete the video. So I'm going to go ahead and hit delete the trash can. And on the Android, it will ask you, are you sure you want to delete this message? Yes or no. But for those of you, make sure you hit no, but I'm going to hit yes since we're in a training environment.
So the iPhone's a little different. I'm going to click on record again, just so you can see. Record a really quick video, just so we're able to see where it's at. Stop that video, and it gives you a choice on the bottom. And I think it's because it made it so big that you guys cannot see the bottom of my phone. No. So on the bottom of the phone, it says retake or use video. I'm going to click on use video. And then it shows uploading and alert. So we have the video uploaded, and it asks you to wait. The reason why you have to wait is because it has to convert it into two separate programs, one that the phone can read and one that the computer language can read. Once you're done, click done, and you're all ready to move on. So we do have a rate watch alert. For those of you, we're going to go ahead and click it and go into rate watch and see what's going on. Because this is live, we can see that rates actually are getting better by 18.24 bips. So great news.
Always great news, Tina.
So that is how you record on the phones. We're going to go ahead and go over now. I'm going to take the phones off, and if you guys want to say bye to Starlette here, she's going to leave us for now.
Okay, bye guys. You're in good hands with Tina. Thanks, Tina, for letting me join your training today.
Thanks for helping out. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So I'm going to go to the question box because we do have a question. Can you show me again how you got to the record function? Paul, can you let me know which device you are using? Are you on a Droid or are you on an iPhone? So let me know which one you're on, and then I can show you iPhone. Okay, I'm going to pull that iPhone back over. Let me get back to my mortgage coach. So once you're here, you click whichever individual you're working with, click on them, and then depending on the presentation you're doing, let's do rent versus own, and that will take you into the video section. Once you click on video, it takes you right to it. Because I have a video already recorded on here, this is the screen that will come up now. We can loop the video, we can keep this video, or we can reload a new video. So that is where you go to. And then we have, Rick, how do you keep the phone from going to sleep when recording? If you're working on your phone, it shouldn't be going to sleep. If it is going to sleep, I would go in and have your phone checked out. And Tanya wants to see a Droid, so let's go over really quick back to the Droid just to show where to record. So let me bring up the Droid. And I just want to make sure you guys have an understanding on where to find it, because this is for you guys. So if it's going to take a little longer, that's okay with us. It is the same way as the iPhone. Once you log in, and I'm going to go back one more, you pick, let's say we're working with an open house flyer this time, I picked partners. So all the partners come up. Click on the partner you want to work with. I clicked on Amy, open house flyer, and here's where it clicks that video choice. Clicking on video, and there we are. So it's really easy and fast. I'm going to go ahead and push the back button, and on the Android, in order to go back a screen, just click that lower button. So any more questions while we're here? Can't seem to share from the screen. The little box with the arrow says no. Okay, what I would try first, it depends on which device you're using, Rick. Most iPhones shouldn't have any problems, but if it's recordings, try restarting your phone and try redoing it a second time. Sometimes our phones don't do what we want it to do the first time. What I am going to show you as well is a presentation I recorded earlier. So if there's any more questions, feel free to drop those in. Here's one. If you don't loop the video, will only play upon every opening. Correct. So if you don't put loop, it only plays one time, and then when it's complete, they can look at your presentation. Looping, I suggest using for open houses, first-time home buyer seminars, great place to use it. If you work with HUD housing and you're working with them doing any presentation, if you're live doing anything in the community where you're in front of people and you're talking to clients, it's always great to have your iPad up and running so they can see it, and you know, it can talk to them while you're talking to other people. It can do work for you. So, Paul, how do I switch the microphone if it's in the off position? It should be in your settings. Go in your settings and look at your sound, and you should be able to choose in there where it's at. I'm sorry, I'm reading questions as it goes. Okay, Terry, try uninstalling the app and reinstalling it. See if that works. So once you're ready to share, let's go in and work on sharing. So I'm going to go back to the iPhone because I know that I recorded on the iPhone. And once you're ready to share, we're just going to go back. See the back button up at the top? Log back in. Sorry. All right, let's go back to the Android. It's a great thing about having two devices on here is it's easy to switch them back and forth. So it's asleep. Let's wake it back up. That's me. And once you're here and you've recorded a video, and I'm going to record a quick video. Hi buyers, thanks for joining us for the open house. If you'd like, you can click on the buttons on the screen and it'll show you more information. Of course, I would include a little bit more when I did it. So once you're here, you want to upload that saved video, and it starts uploading it. And I think, there we go. And we can go back into Amy, open house flyer, and here is where we share it for the Android. And let me see if I can log back in really quick, if it's going to let me on the... There we go. We're all ready now. And when you're ready to share on here, you can click on it, click on Paul, and the presentation, and right there, upper button, and that's where you share. So it's this button right here, and this button right here. Derek, the TCA is our abbreviation for total cost analysis. So that is the presentation. If you're building the presentation, that's the ending presentation. We call it a TCA. So clicking on email, and we don't have an email account set on this one, but let me go to my Droid. When I click on it, it actually brings up, I think it's a little slow because I'm running both phones, but it brings up my sharing options. And then we can go through there. So let's look at this one again. We're going to put click. And here, this is, I clicked on SMS for message, and here I'm able to type in an email address. So if you can't do there, you can also click on this, and then, or you can get the link, and you can use the link to email it as well. So what's the other aspect I want to show you is I have recorded a video already, and I have it all set up as if I was doing an open house flyer. So I want to show you a couple of things on that. I'm just going to click on video, and I'm going to put record new video. I'm not really going to record, I just want to be able to show you. So back here I have an iPad set up, and let me get it started. Takes a couple of minutes for it to load up. So we have the presentation all ready. I have it paused, but if I push play, it's already ready.
I can sit down with you and make any option.
So you're able to loop it. So this is what I suggest for you. If you're doing open houses, set that in the front entryway, set it on the kitchen counter, places where people are stopping and talking or where they have to walk by, because that way you're able to see it. So I'm going to go ahead and move this over and stop it. And then we are going to, Monday is actually a holiday for us, so I wanted to go over one more aspect. So while I'm getting that up and ready, any more questions? There is, go ahead and drop them in that question box. Hopefully that we're able to answer them all. Rick, what I'm going to suggest to you is go ahead and send over to support@mortgagecoach.com. Go ahead and send over a request for them to help you out with your phone, and that way it's more of a one-on-one and we can get that resolved for you. Okay, Monday's topic is how to copy presentations for being able to have time savers. So I'm going to show you how to go in and copy those presentations. So depending on if you're working with a client or you're working with a realtor, it pretty much works the same way. Clicking on that view all, it brings you to this window. You can just click on search, or if you know who you're working with, you can put in that name. And once you click there, it brings you to this page. So I'm going to go ahead and click on, trying to think of one that I only have one on. Let's click on, actually, let's click on an FHA. And really quick, want to ask you guys a quick question. FHA, what's going on in the market? So if you can put in that answer box, what is going on in the market, what everyone needs to know as loan officers if you're working with an FHA loan. If you can let us know. I know what it is. Very good. Paul's our winner. Paul, I'll give you some 25 click credits. So go ahead and look at that. You were the first one to respond. Yes, we have the lower MI payments. So make sure if you are working with FHA loans that you are looking at the MIP payments and you're adjusting those to the lower rates. So we're going to go over here and we're going to quickly make a copy of this. So once you find whichever presentation you want, click on that presentation. Come over here and you have the choice to copy an analysis, or if you want to use the same products, add an analysis. So we're going to do copy and analysis. You can do it for a current client or a new client. Let's say we want to just change the client. Click on OK, and it brings you over here. The red fields are the required fields. Let's say I want to use this presentation with FHA rates changing as a marketing piece. So we're going to put FHA rates change. Friendly name, I'm going to put that same thing in there. I'm just going to put rate change. And then we're quickly going to go through. You can be able to see what it is that is brought over from the other presentation. So property value is brought over. We're going to keep everything the same on that. Of course, this information, it's not red, so it's not required. As a marketing piece, I would not fill it in. Same with this. This is for that personal conversation you're having with your client. Now, here is where the FHA product is. So I know this is a previous one I did pre-changes. So we're going to go on to the next. And this rate has stayed the same for this. We have the LTV of 98.19, so it stayed the same. However, here is where we want to adjust it. So we know that new rate for this loan is 0.6. So then it comes over and shows you. So as you can see, everything's filled out because it's a new contact. You'll put in the client address, email address, work information, anything relevant that you want filled in. And here we're doing the total cost analysis, has the FHA loan, and it's all presented. Now what I do want to show you is, with the FHA loan changing, something that you might want to consider is we're going to quickly add another product. And I'm going to put old FHA in here. I'm just going to copy from the previous one that I did. So all that information is the same. However, in this spot, I want to put the old rates. So you're able to show the clients that there is a savings now of $74 based on the difference in rates. So this is a great way to show them that, you know, they're saving now and FHA isn't quite as scary. The other thing that has changed is all of them were till the life of the loan. Now we have 11 years if it's under 90%. So again, know your FHA if you're doing them. Let's go back to home. And this time we're going to do view all, search, and we're going to go back down to that FHA, the same one. I gotta find which one I did it on. Oh, there it is, FHA rate change. So we're going to click on the presentation, and we're going to add an analysis this time. So just want to show you the difference in what is filled in. So this time the client stays the same. And you can put in whatever friendly name. But as you go through in this one, the information, the goals, the assumptions, affordability, product information, all of this is blank for you to fill in. So the first one I did had all the information stay the same, but the client is different. The second one I did, the client stayed the same, but all the information is different. So that is the difference between those two. Let's go down to our partners. So while I'm going down to partners, is there any questions on that really quick? We're going to go through the same way, view all, search. And this brings up my realtor clients. As you can see, these two, I just copied one over to the other. So let's say Eric wants me to do a third one for him. So here's the product, and then we're going to copy the analysis. It's going to ask us, is this for a current partner or is it for the new partner? If it is a home that Eric is still displaying, we want to choose current partner. Then we will have to fill in all the information on the new home. If it is the same home, let's say we are working, Eric and I are friends, and he's just showing this house, but he's not the listing agent. The listing agent saw this and they want co-branded on it. So now we're going to do new partner and we're going to co-brand with the listing agent. So let's click on new partner, and I'm going to pull you over really quick and let you see. Let's go over. Okay, let me go back really. After I do this, Paul, I'll go back and show you where that's at. So now we have the new partner. Let's say the listing is Molly McPhee. And you put in all the realtor's information. You want to keep that same house address here. I don't remember the address, so we're just going to fake it till we make it. Oh, here's the address, High Drive. So you can actually click copy by pushing the left mouse button, copy. Let's go back, and we will highlight this, left mouse click, and press paste, and it'll bring it up there for them. So moving on over, and we'll see all the home information stays identical because, again, you're not changing the house product on this, you're changing the realtor. So the realtor information is what you're going to be changing. So we're going to go all through here, and it's not until we get to contact information that we'll have to fill it in. So once we're here, if you know this information, then you're able to throw it in and put that information in, whatever you need. Include the realtor's email. The reason why we should include that is because when people view this, you can allow the realtor to see that someone has viewed it just like you can. So if that email's in there, you're not able to do that. The realtor's website, and I actually have a website in here that we're going to use because I want to show you how to bring over pictures really quickly. So any information in here relevant to your realtor, fill it in. And because this is a new partner, we do not have this information in here. So I'm going to go up here. We can use this one. And that address I have, I'm just going to paste it in here and pull up the information. And I just want an agent from here because this is a training environment. I'm not overly worried about it. So I'm just going to pull up. I know this is a Kansas City company, so I'm going to pull up someone from Kansas City. So let's use Shauna. So once we are here, we need a headshot of her. So let's go back here. All you have to do is click on Shauna's headshot and drag it to your desktop. Here it is. We also will need a logo. We're going to click on that logo and drag it. If for any reason it does not let you grab it because it depends on how they wrote the program, you can also look for the image themselves. So I could do a search for Shauna and then click on image in my Google search, and hopefully I can find that same image that she's using because we know that's the image that she's in love with right now. So going back over here, we easily can just fill those in. It's on my desktop. So let's see which one is Shauna. Shauna is image 10 right there. We can verify. That's the correct one. Open it up and it drops in. Same thing on the logo. It's called 900. It's right here. Open it up and it drops right in. So that information is already in there. We're doing an open house flyer and all the other information is in. If Shauna does not like an image we've chosen, we can choose to go back and choose the image that she wants. So these are images that I'd uploaded for Eric. So once you're here, let's go ahead and preview it. And you can see all of Shauna's information was quickly dropped in there, saving you a bunch of time, saving you time by just dragging those pictures over and then being able to load it. Resolution is not really a concern because we are using small pictures. The resolution is typically not a factor. So if you find that you download a picture and it doesn't look great, just go find another picture because we're all over the internet as being in the industry. So let's go back and I'm going to go back to home and show Paul where I got the view all screen. This is our home screen. So when you log in, this is the first screen you come to. Those view alls are right here. So depending on partner or client, clicking on there, you can put in the search factor or just click search and it brings up all those clients for you. You can also decide, oh my goodness, I don't really like that presentation I just made. If you click on Molly, you can delete her from here. So if you know someone left the industry or you know that you really don't want to work with that partner again, because as lenders, we do have a choice. You can go in and delete them and that way they're not in your database anymore. So let's stop here and let's see if there's any more questions. So anything else that we can cover for you on copying the presentations? So looks like it is all good. I'm going to show you really quickly just a couple of things for housekeeping. First, our help. If we're not available for you, go ahead and click on help. Takes us to your support site. Support site, you can type in whatever it is that you want to duplicate. You can also copy fee templates and product templates and save them. So that's in the setting area. And here's where the copying display. So you can just click in there. You can also always email at us at support@mortgagecoach.com. So that's always. This presentation will be uploaded to our YouTube site. So you will receive an email with the YouTube site. I will go ahead and email that link to you directly. Also, we have our calendar. This is where you can go and find any of the information that you want to find. If you want more information on open house videos and how to use videos to brand yourself, that is some of the information I'm going over on our Thursday Q&A call. So go ahead and come on over to tomorrow and visit me on this call right here. And I'm going over branding yourself in the market using Mortgage Coach. So we'll go over making a video business card, open house flyer, as well as a first-time home buyer flyer. So join me there. We always have Dave Savage. I come from the industry. Wish I would have known about Dave Savage's calls because he always brings someone from the market in, and that's the Tuesday interview. Great for motivation, great for industry information. So I'm going to check really quick. Questions? Okay, an explanation between fee template and product template. Absolutely, let's cover that for you. When you go in here in settings, you have your product templates and your fee templates. Fee templates are your closing cost. So that is just the closing cost on the loan. So once you're here, you're able to copy them as well. Product templates is the actual product. If it's a 5/1 ARM, if it's a conventional 30, an FHA, a VA loan. So that information's here, and you can include your closing cost in this template. So it's all dropped into one. If you're in an enterprise account, you probably already have those for you nice and available. And yes, these videos will be available later for you guys to view on our YouTube site. So how might you find the YouTube site? You scroll all the way to the bottom of the calendar, and down here you'll see the link to all of our different sites. So if there is no more questions at this time, I will wrap things up. If you have not downloaded the applications on your phone, I would highly recommend it, especially in 2017 where we're trying to make it so everything you can do on your laptop or your computer, you're going to be able to do on your phone. We already have it in the iPhone where you can edit it, so I suggest if you have an iPhone, go in there and play with that. So if a client calls you and needs a price change because they found the home of their dreams, you can go into your iPhone, adjust that, send them the new presentation right there while you're in the middle of the grocery store. If you haven't downloaded them, go into either your Apple Store or your Google Play Store, and then just do a search for the software. Download Mortgage Coach, download Rate Watch, so you're able to use them on the fly. Otherwise, it doesn't look like any more questions. I appreciate your time. Hopefully you walk away with something useful. Thanks and have a great day. Bye-bye.